Is Trump a Russian asset or operative? John here from Infoblips.com. In 1977, Donald Trump, a rising star in New York real estate, married Ivana Zelníčková, a Czech-born model and former athlete. This high-profile marriage placed Trump on the radar of Czechoslovakian intelligence agencies. Ivana's defection from Czechoslovakia made her family and contacts of significant interest to the communist regime's intelligence apparatus. This early scrutiny foreshadowed deeper ties to Russian intelligence that would emerge in the decades to come, shaping future events. In 1987, Donald and Ivana Trump embarked on a trip to Moscow and Leningrad. This journey was not just a casual vacation, but a significant venture that would have lasting implications. Trump explored the possibility of building a Trump Tower in Moscow, a project requiring Soviet government approval. He was deeply interested in expanding his real estate empire into the Soviet Union. He was treated to tours of the Kremlin, met with high-ranking Soviet officials, and was showered with praise. The Soviets seemed eager to impress Trump, showcasing their architectural marvels and political power. Former KGB officer Yuri Shvets claims the KGB saw Trump as a potential asset and used the trip to cultivate him. According to Shvets, the KGB had a strategic interest in influencing Trump. Shvets alleges Trump was fed KGB talking points, suggesting he consider a career in politics. These interactions were designed to shape his views and align them with Soviet interests. Whether Trump was aware of the KGB's intentions or not, the trip planted a seed. It marked the beginning of a complex relationship with Russia that would follow him for years. He returned to the U.S. with a newfound admiration for the Soviet system. This admiration would later influence his political rhetoric and actions, leaving a lasting impact on his career. The idea of a Trump presidency, allegedly planted during his 1987 Moscow trip, began to take root. During this visit, Trump was reportedly encouraged by Soviet officials to consider a future in American politics, a notion that intrigued him. Trump made no secret of his interest in politics, often speaking about his views on national issues and the direction of the country. He toyed with the idea of running for president in 1988 and 1992, testing the waters and gauging public interest. The seed of political ambition continued to grow, nurtured by his increasing public presence and media attention. In 2000, Trump launched a brief bid for the Reform Party's presidential nomination, bringing his business acumen to the political arena. He campaigned on economic nationalism, promising to bring back jobs, renegotiate trade deals, and put America first. While his candidacy was short-lived, it demonstrated his growing political ambitions and his ability to attract media attention. The 2000 campaign provided Trump with valuable experience in navigating the complex world of politics and public opinion. Though he lost the Reform Party nomination, the experience served as a springboard for future endeavors, laying the groundwork for his eventual run for the presidency. The question of Trump's relationship with Russia exploded in 2024 with an explosive allegation from former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe. This claim sent shockwaves through the political landscape and media outlets. McCabe suggested that Trump's behavior, particularly his interactions with Putin, could be considered that of a de facto Russian asset. This was a serious and unprecedented accusation. McCabe, who oversaw the FBI's investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election, argued that Trump's actions often seemed to benefit Russian interests. This included various policy decisions and public statements. He pointed to Trump's consistent praise of Putin, his refusal to criticize Russia on numerous occasions. But let's look at Trump's 2016 presidency and his administration ties to Russia. Trump's transition team had a reported 272 known contacts and 38 confirmed meetings with known Russian agents. Trump's 2016 administration had several people attached to Russia: Flynn, Manafort, Papadopoulos, Sessions, and Kushner. All had proven ties to Russia. Let's not forget Trump's 2018 private meeting with Putin without anyone to record the meeting. Fast forward to 2025, and his efforts to undermine NATO, an alliance that has long been a counterbalance to Russian influence in Europe, works in Putin's favor. McCabe's allegations, though vehemently denied by Trump, raised profound and unsettling questions about Trump's relationship with Putin and the potential implications for U.S. foreign policy. The de facto asset label suggested a level of complicity and alignment with Russian interests that was deeply troubling to many observers and analysts, sparking intense debate and concern. The Trump administration's approach to Russia in 2025 marked a significant shift. Key initiatives targeting Russian illicit finance and foreign influence operations were dismantled. On February 7, 2025, the administration disbanded Task Force Kleptocapture, which enforced sanctions against Russian oligarchs. Attorney General Pam Bondi defended the decision, citing the need to combat fentanyl trafficking. Critics viewed the move as a concession to Russian interests. The administration also disbanded the Foreign Influence Task Force, raising concerns about a diminishing focus on Russian malign activities. Throughout 2024 and 2025, Trump made statements about the war in Ukraine that aligned with Russian propaganda. His pronouncements often downplayed Russia's aggression and cast doubt on Ukraine's motives. Trump claimed he would have prevented the war, implying influence over Putin. He boasted about his relationship with Putin, overlooking Putin's authoritarianism. Trump falsely claimed Ukraine started the war, contradicting evidence and intelligence. His rhetoric on Ukrainian President Zelensky mirrored Putin's attempts to discredit Zelensky. The question of Trump's ties to Russia remains a matter of intense debate and investigation. The evidence from his early encounters with Soviet officials to recent pronouncements on Ukraine paints a troubling picture. The dismantling of initiatives countering Russian activities during his administration raises serious concerns. The full extent of Trump's connections to Russia may not be understood for years. However, the evidence underscores the need for continued scrutiny and investigation. The stakes are too high to ignore the possibility that a sitting president may have been compromised by a foreign adversary. So is Trump a Russian asset or operative, you decide. Please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It supports my research and requires the algorithm to play my posts. Thank you, and God help us.